Alright, let's solve the Leetcode problem. So the Leetcode problem is like counting the square of a sum triple. So a square triple is technically a mathematical equation where a square plus b square is equal to c square. So we are given an integer, we have to return the number of square triplets such that within the ratio of 1 to the n. So let's try to understand the problem real quick. So we are given the numbers in here. Okay, let's try to run through the HTML one by one. So we're given like 3, 4, 5. So that means 3 squared, which is 9, 4 squared, which is 16. Sorry for the very ugly drawing. And then 5 squared, which is 25. So technically that means 16 plus 9 is equal to 25. So okay, that is the first given ways. Second way is like even though 3 and 4 is already in the list, we still can revise the numbers like 4 and 3. So 4 and 3 is also the 16 and 9 in combination will be begin the 25. And then next step will be the 10. So according to this one, we are only taking the number from 1 to 5 because the limitation of the input is 10. What if the input is 10? So we have already these two according to from 1 to 5. So there's a few numbers given here like c square, which is a 36, and then a square. Not sure what is a square is. A square will be the 64. So 64 plus 36 will be 100, which is a 10 square. That is also correct. By reverse, that is 4. I think that's also the straightforward. So technically what we can do is we just create the possibility of the square by putting them in the set. So we could get that in the O of 1. So let's call that let's call num in n. Should be the 1 to n. And then we're gonna do like squares dot insert nums into nums. That is our square, how we receive the square. And then next will be that we need to keep track of how many result we find in here. So I'm gonna go through like, let's call like a. The reason to use the 8 in here is because according to the equation, we need like 3 numbers in here, a, b, and c. So let's call a in 1 through n. And then what we're gonna do is let's call like a square. That is a into a. And next is a b. I know you guys will have a comment like that would be the O of n square. Yeah, that is optimal. I can think of it from now. Then let's call like, we can try to call it sum since we have a square plus how can I miss a 8 in here into b. So that would be our result. So if square is contains of our sum, we're gonna append our result by 1, and then we just return the result. Yep, that's trying to generate. I think we just use a 1 square. That would be the O of n. Alright, typo error. Yep. If we try to submit it, the time complexity will be O of n square and space complexity will be the O of n. Yep, I think that is pretty straightforward since we beat the maximum of 60%. And then the runtime is only 32 milliseconds, so which is also acceptable. Yep, that's all for you. See you in the next one. Bye.